So this is very serious, because what our people do not realize is that this is the building of a nation.
For a coalition with anybody that has revolution on their mind.
The work of the Most High gonna keep on going. You just gonna find yourself running behind it.
We're not a racist organization because we understand that racism is an excuse used for capitalism.
You don't realize that the Most High is literally building a nation.
Everything will be all right if everything was put back in the hands of the people. And we're gonna have to put it back in the hands of the people.
And building a nation is gonna take some pain. It's gonna be some struggle because your hands are still baptized in Babylon. So this is the mental surgery. And you need that surgery. But when you get off that operating table, you'll be a little better. That's why, but the surgery hurts in the process.
6 days shalt thou labor, and do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
So what's the 7th day of the week? Saturday, right? So it said, but the 7th day is the Sabbath day of the Lord thy God. Let's see what we can do on the Sabbath day. Read.
In it thou shalt not do any work, thou nor thy son, nor thy daughter.
So it said, thou, you can't do no work, your son can't do no work, neither your daughter should do no work. Now get the go to Nehemiah 10 and 31. So we're not supposed to be working on the Sabbath. He said he gave us 6 days to work and labor. And on the 7th day, it's the Sabbath day of the Lord our God. In it, we're not supposed to do no work. So let's see. Nah, this is what we've been taught, that the Sabbath day is Sunday. It's in the Bible that they were going to even do that. And I'll show you that in 1 second. Read what you got.
Nehemiah chapter 10 and verse 31.
Bring it out.
And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals.
So it said if the people of the land, meaning the other nations, come upon us with food, clothes, anything you might need, read.
On the Sabbath day to sell, that we would not buy it of them.
So he said if they came to us on the Sabbath day trying to sell us some, trade with us, do any transaction, that we would not do it, because why? It's the Sabbath day of the Lord our God.
That's right.
We had 6 days to do it, so on the 7th day we're not going to do it. Also, it's another thing we're supposed to do on the Sabbath day. Did you cook something this morning, or you did? I'm going to give me Exodus 16 and 23. But we're also not supposed to cook. We're not supposed to buy. We're not supposed to sell. We're not supposed to cook on the Sabbath day. And I'm going to show you how we prepare for the Sabbath day. I know you're thinking right now, like, man, we can't cook on the Sabbath day. Do I supposed to starve? I'm going to show you what we all do out here every day when it comes to the 6th day of the week. 15, 20, 16. So I'm going to show you what we're supposed to do the day before the Sabbath day comes. Read.
The book of Exodus, chapter 16 and verse 23.
Read it out.
And he said unto them, this is that which the Lord hath said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath.
So the rest of the Sabbath is today, right? Today is the Sabbath day. So he's talking to them on a Friday. Read.
Unto the Lord. Bake that which ye will bake today.
So he said, make what you're going to make on the Friday, and do what?
And seed that ye will seed.
Whatever you're going to seed or boil on today, read.
And that which remaineth over, lay up for you to be kept until the morning.
So whatever you have left over that you eat that night, that's going to be for your food tomorrow.
That's right.
You understand? Now go to Exodus 35 and 3. Because now I'm... No, you're not supposed to. I'm going to show you that right now. He said we're not supposed to warm it up either. You're not... Make you a sandwich, you just gotta eat it. You know what I'm saying? Majority of us, I heard we eat cold cuts, salads, chicken sandwiches, cold meat, cereal. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you normally eat, it'll be hot. You don't have to eat it that day. And I'm gonna show you why we do it that way. Read.
The book of Exodus, chapter 35 and verse 3. Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations on the Sabbath day.
So he said we're not supposed to keep no fire throughout our habitations on the Sabbath day. So whatever we eat, remember you said you love God, right? So it's not going to be grievous to us. We all have to, hey, I can't wake up on Saturday and make some hot wings, rotel dip. I can't eat no oatmeal, but guess what? I have to warm it up. We can't be going to make coffee. We can't do none of that, you know what I'm saying? Because it's the Sabbath day.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So what we not supposed to do on the Sabbath day? Cook, what else? Work, what else? No, so we're supposed to relax. So I'm gonna show you, you're all right, we're not supposed to buy, sell, trade, or do any actions. But it is something that we're supposed to do on the Sabbath day, and I'm going to show you that in the Bible right now. Read that.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23 and verse 2.
Bring it out.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
So you know you're an Israelite now, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and what?
And say unto them, concerning the feast days of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feasts.
So he said the feast, the Sabbath day, is a holy convocation unto the Lord too, and it's got to say that, read.
6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest.
So you did say it is the Sabbath of rest. Guess where it's rest from? All the hatred that you see throughout the week, all the wickedness that you see throughout the week, all the hard burdens that you do at work throughout the week. I work in a warehouse, and I'm gonna tell you, I get work hard, but the 7th day is my rest day. Cause guess what? I don't gotta work today, but this is what I do have to do. Rick.
That's right.
And holy convocation.
So he said it is a holy convocation. So we supposed to come together and keep God's Sabbath day together. You already know what I want. So it's important for us to come together, because guess what? If you, whatever you're going through, guess what? It's another brother or sister that have been through the same thing you're going through. And how would they know unless we come together and get that encouragement, you understand? So it's important for us to come together and convocate on this day. Read what you got.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 10 and verse 25.
Bring it out.
Not forsaking the assembling,
Verse 24.
verse 24. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love.
So we're supposed to be provoking each other unto love. And according to what we're doing right now, we're provoking you unto love. And he just read to you that love is the keeping of the commandments, right? So we're provoking each other to keep God's commandments, because why? We love each other.
That's right.
And to good works, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together.
So we're not supposed to be forsaking the assembling of ourselves together. Want to know why? Because when we divide it, that's when we become evil. That's when evil atrocities happen to us. Guess what? You will never see nothing like this, what you see right now. Black men coming together on one mind, one accord, coming out to reach our people and letting you know that it's a better way to live.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? Because God looks at you as a special creation. He said you one of the best creations that he made on the face of the earth. But how would you know that if you ain't have no strong black man telling you that when?
That's right.
On the Sabbath day, I'm giving your spirit a spiritual rest right now. Read. Go to Zephaniah 2 and 1. Because it's time for us to gather together. We've been divided, thinking we Christians, we Baptists, we African Americans, we Kemet. You know what I'm saying? Some of us just say, you're not in this war by yourself. We're not niggas, we're not Negroes. No, Muslim is a false religion that came upon us because we didn't keep the commandments of God. And I prove that to you right now. Get that, Deuteronomy 28:64. Because I'm going to show you by us not keeping our God commandments, and he said we're going to have to serve the other nation God. Guess what? I'm not going to go pray to no rock. And I'm not going to go pray to no stone. You know what I'm saying? Read what you got.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
And he said he was going to scatter us among all peoples. That's how we, the so-called blacks, got to America. That's how you see us in London, in Germany. That's how we are raised over all the world, because he scattered us. Read.
From the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods.
So you heard that, right? He said we're going to serve other gods. Watch this, read.
That's right.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
So what do the Muslims pray to? The cobblestone, right? So he said in these places where we were going to be scattered, we were going to be worshiping wood and stone, symbolizing what? Christianity and Muslim and Islam. Okay? Yeah, so this is the reason why we have to come out here on the Sabbath day, and this is why we have to convocate, because guess what? We've been taught lies. Get that in Romans 1:25. Because guess what? You ain't gonna get taught this in your church, that you are God's chosen people.
That's
you
right.
know what they gonna teach you in your church? You are a Gentile.
That's
and
right.
The people over there in Israel are the God's chosen people. But guess what? They don't identify with these curses like you do. Read what you got.
The book of Romans, chapter 1 and verse 25.
Bring it out.
Who changed the truth of God into a lie?
So he said, who changed the truth of God into a lie? Did what?
And worship the creature. Excuse me. And worship and serve the creature more than the creator.
So we did that. We've been the ones serving the creature more than the creator. We serving the white man. We serving Islam and Muslim, a nation that ain't done nothing for us but oppress us and enslave us. You understand? I'm focused on them. This your salvation right here. So I'm gonna show you that we've been the ones doing that. We've been the ones lied to and been taught that the Sabbath day is on Sunday. Get that in Daniel. I'm gonna show you that the Sabbath day changed the times, the seasons, and they changed the Sabbath day. Because guess what? They wanted you not to know that you was God's chosen people.
That's right.
When they find out that you know that you God's chosen people, guess what? They know their time is running short.
That's right.
The book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 25.
Bring it out.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
So who spoke great words against the Most High? The so-called white man. Get how he spoke great words against the Most High. He said, we are God's chosen people. We God on earth. Christ not no black man with woolly hair. He a white man with dog stringy hair. Read.
Bring it out.
And shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
Who wore out the saints of the Most High? What we just read right here. Guess what? They kept us in slavery. They still oppressing us today. Guess what? To take care of your kids and your family, what do you have to do? You have to go to work and work your butt off. You got to go buy from them. Read.
And think to change times and laws.
And guess what? They changed times and laws. What was the law? That on the 7th day, the Israelites shouldn't do no buying, no selling, no trading. But guess what they changed it to? Hey, Sunday. Guess what? They'll make you work hard from Monday all the way to Friday. And get what they say? Well, on Saturday, that's the only time I get to wash my Cadillac. That's the only time I get to take my kids to the park. Because guess what? They doing everything they can to keep you oppressed and keep you in sin, because they know as long as you continue to stay in sin, God's not going to come back and redeem you. And I can prove that to you in the Bible. Yep, read.
And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time.
So the Most High said we were going to be given into our enemy's hand for a time and a dividing of time, all right? And that's 3.5 years in God's eyes, read. Now go to 2 to 5, because I'm going to show you that the enemy wants you to stay in sin. They want you to wear pants. Do you know when you start wearing pants and they start encouraging y'all to wear pants? Around the time of slavery, because guess what they were trying to do? And feminize the black man and masculinize the black woman. They wanted y'all to feel like y'all didn't need us no more. They wanted us out the house. Why do you think if you can get Section 8, that's what they tell you, it can't be a man in the house?
Right.
Because they don't want your kids growing up knowing who they are. They don't want them being with a good father figure in the house. You understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
Now read what this say.
The book of Judith, chapter 5 and verse 20.
Bring it out.
Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people.
Now start at verse 17.
Verse 17. And whilst they sinned not before their God.
So when we want in the midst of sin against our God, like we are right now, read.
They prospered because the God that hated iniquity was with them.
So when we not in the midst of sin, like you see right now, black men that's waking up all over the face of the earth, black women, black children, like Hispanic children, guess what? God prospering us. We growing at an exponential growth. If you look us up on YouTube or internet, when you go home and do your research, you will see it's hundreds and hundreds and thousands of us waking up, coming back to his laws, and guess what? We prosper and read.
That's right. Verse 18, but when they departed from the way which he appointed them.
When we appointed away from God, guess what? Man, I ain't finna, man, the Sabbath day here, I'm hungry. I'm finna go get some chicken. I'm finna go get me a blue top. Guess what happened, read?
They were destroyed in many battles.
We were destroyed in many battles, and what else?
Very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs.
So guess what? When we broke God's commandments, guess what we were led? To this place today, America, where we getting oppressed every day, we getting shot down every day, and guess what? Now it's time for us to come back to it. Get verse 20 now. I'm gonna show you why.
Verse 20. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
So this is a man of another nation giving the king counsel about how to come, when to come to us, and when to attack us. He said, if there be any error in this people, meaning if we be in the midst of sin, then let us go over there and plan on how we gonna conquer them. Guess what? That's why they can easily pull up on us right now. Man, what you got in the car? It smell like you got weed in here. We don't want to get out the car. Get what they'll do. They will shoot us down.
That's right.
And they'll beat the case, because guess what? We in the midst of sin. But watch, this is gonna be the flip side of it. Read.
And they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin. And let us go up, and we shall overcome them. But if there be no iniquity in their nation,
But if there be no iniquity in our nation, read.
Let my Lord now pass by, lest the Lord defend them, and their God be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world.
So guess what? The other nations know if we keeping his commandments, and guess what? We out here actually going out and do what he tell us to do, the other nations not gonna get ready to come up on us. They can't come up on us because guess what? They know they gonna get debunked. That's why you don't see no other nations coming over here saying, oh, y'all not the Israelites. Y'all don't keep no commandments. They can't shut down what we doing right now. But God said, guess what? He gonna make them a reproach amongst all nations, all right?
That's right.
So you understand that now? So who changed the Sabbath day? Why did they change the Sabbath day? Right. Guess what? If you stayed in sin, what would happen? No. What else? What we just read? Want us to read it again? Read it one more time for us. Verse 20.
The book of Judith, chapter 5 and verse 20. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people,
any sin, so if you in the midst of sin, I'm in the midst of sin, read.
And they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
So he said, let us consider that this will be their ruin, read.
And let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
And they will come up and overcome us. Give me Psalms 83. Because I'm
Bring it out.
This will be our ruin. This is how they came over there and conquered us. We'll take them into slavery. We'll go destroy their lands. We'll kill off the men and take the women and children and go put them in slavery. And guess what? We'll use the children to breed dumb slaves like they did in America.
Now they will see the true men of God. We are not black men, we are the Israelites. That's right.
So hard to serve God. And why when I say that I'm a Jew, it sound odd? For years I've been walking around saying that I'm a black man. I ain't saying that no more, it sounds wrong, man.
This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcast, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.